friends. Welcome back to the Homeowner Hotline, where we keep it real, keep it smart, and help you build wealth through real estate without the confusion.
And without the stress, because baby, buying your first home will definitely have you up at 2 a.m. on Google. Like, do I need 20% down or am I being lied to?
Okay, but why is that so accurate? Like, the late night spiral is real.
Very real. And today we're going to be exposing it all.
All right.
So let's get into what are y'all Googling?
All right. So let's just say we know what y'all are typing into Google because every client comes to us with the exact same question.
Yeah, same energy, same confusion, same questions, different person.
Right.
So let's get into it. Can I even afford a house? Is probably one of the main questions you're wondering.
Also, what credit score do I need? Or how much is my monthly payment?
Yeah, how much can I afford for a
Yeah.
house? And let's be clear, Google is giving you generic answers. That calculator does not know your life.
It also doesn't know your income, your goals, your side hustles, your spending habits. If you're like me, that's Starbucks addiction,
Target, Starbucks,
100%.
Yeah, not the Starbucks catching strays.
Listen, we love you, but we got to be honest.
So I think another topic too is how much money do I need up front? It's where people start panicking.
Because everybody thinks you need 20% down, and that's not true.
Yep, it's a lie for most first-time home buyers.
Well, can you say it louder for the people in the back?
Yes, there are programs out there. You don't need 20% down as a first-time home buyer. You come in with way less, sometimes even little to no money, depending on the loan that you're getting.
Well, then there's also closing costs, which nobody warned you about.
Yeah. A lot of people ask too, closing costs. How much are that? How much is that?
That's the plot twist.
Yeah, again, strategy matters. There's always a way to negotiate all those costs. And typically we tell people 3%.
I do say 1 to 3%, but I would calculate 3% in the
To be safe.
Yep, the safe side.
Always better to have extra money saved than not enough.
So what does any of this mean, Jem?
Yeah, now let's talk about the alphabet soup of loans, I like to say.
Okay, here we go. FHA, USDA, conventional, PMI. People are like, ma'am, I just wanted to buy a house.
Exactly. So let's get into a loan breakdown that's simple and relatable for those of you out there.
Yeah, so FHA is great for lower credit scores and lower down payment. So you need 3.5% down for an FHA loan.
Yep. And there are some stipulations that kind of come with an FHA loan.
Yes.
So you can't just go look at every single house due to a lot of times the inspections. They want the house to be maintained.
So if the house is missing walls, FHA won't finance it.
Yeah. You have wood rot. Won't finance.
They won't finance stucco cracks either.
No.
VA or FHA.
Yeah. Okay. Another one, USDA. 0 down if you qualify and you're in certain areas, which we love.
So the areas are a little more rural.
Yes.
And like Wesley Chapel, there's a cup of it where you can get an S. So
Right.
there's a map that you can go to and look it up and make sure that the area qualifies for it.
But the USDA does have a lot of perks to it.
It does. And it also has a different debt to income ratio. Yeah, it's a little bit lower than most loans. But if you qualify, it's a great product.
Right.
Conventional, great if you have strong credit and you want more flexibility. They've come a long way with that.
A very long way. There's so many, I want to say, programs that fall within the conventional umbrella.
There is, and there's different down payment requirements that are flexible as well.
Yeah. In PMI,
basically another insurance for your lender when you don't put 20% down. But it does not mean you should not buy.
Absolutely not. You have 10%, fine. It don't let the PMI scare you out of building your wealth.
No,
by purchasing a home.
Don't.
So
this one right here, it's where the process, people get lost.
Yes. I feel like the process, people are very confused. A lot of times, the first time home buyers that I've experienced, it's just I mean, it's a very overwhelming process to think about, right? And when you have no knowledge, it's even more overwhelming. So, it think of it as like I feel like they think of it as buying something on Amazon, add to cart.
Yeah, check out keys. No, ma'am. That's not the way it works.
Yeah. So, step by step, let's break it down for them to keep it simple.
So, step number one, talk to your lender, get pre approved. I'm going to suggest that you talk to a couple different lenders. Not every lender offers the same products. Not every lender has access to down payment assistance that the other one does. And there's different levels of that too.
Yes. I feel like a lot of lenders, some are great for VA loans where other ones might not be as knowledgeable.
Absolutely.
Just like when it comes to real estate agents, which would be your second step, I would say, is finding an agent. So, call us your homegirls. But definitely, again, as we've recommended in previous episodes, interview 3 realtors. You want to make sure the person representing you can represent you correctly if in case of
I would
FHA, VA loan.
Yeah, so I like to say if I can't have a meal with you, we can't work together.
Yeah.
And every time we go into a listing appointment together, we always tell our sellers, even buyers too, when we're doing the consultation,
Yeah.
we're going to have some hard conversations throughout this process. Are you comfortable with me having those with me?
Yes.
And if you say no, or if there's like a feeling in your gut that says no, they're not the right person for you. That's why you should interview 3.
And quite honestly, I mean, I don't take offense to it. If you don't feel we're a good match, then please, by all means.
No, but I think it helps the process along if you know from the beginning whether you can or can't work together, right?
Absolutely. So,
Please don't fall in love with something you cannot buy. The heartbreak is so real.
yeah, you need to make sure, you know, that you go house hunting, but when you're looking at houses, you need a strategy. Like make sure you're a realtor and you have come up with a strategy and you both are on the same page and don't be, even though we like to do it, don't be Googling houses $200,000 more than what you can afford
No,
because you're teasing yourself.
you are teasing yourself. So the next step's gonna make an offer and
Yeah.
negotiate.
Did you find that right home?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, it's the inspections, appraisal, and a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we personally don't like to have our buyers worry about unless there's an issue. And even then, we try to put out any fires before they spread or get, more than a spark.
Yes. And then the best day ever is closing day. Your keys are in hand and you can move in.
Yeah. So those are our steps, that, keeping it simple for you. We'll be right back after this quick break. All right.
Welcome back.
Yep.
All right, guys. What are y'all low key scared of?
Yeah. Let's talk about the scared goggles.
Because y'all are nervous and we get it.
Yep. Let's touch on some common fears we've heard of.
So I think the biggest one we hear, or one of the biggest ones, is what if I buy the wrong house?
Right. I mean, you've experienced it. When we're showing people houses, there's a vibe, a look that comes across your face, and you can tell, like, this is the house.
No,
Yeah.
when you walk in, so if you've listened to our past shows, that in the first 8 seconds you walk into a home, and that's the right house for you. We know because there's a look on your face that happens, and we can see it. It's
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And also, we aren't pressuring you into purchasing specific homes.
That's why the buyer consultation is so important. We want to know what your wants and needs are and what your must-haves are.
Yeah, because that's what we're going to try to show you and talk to you throughout the process if anything changes. Or, I was just out with a couple yesterday and they decided, oh, this neighborhood area isn't for me. So, okay, great. So we'll go back to the drawing board and look at houses in another area. I think another common fear is, what if something breaks?
Well, some people are okay with this and some people are not. So there's a home warranty that you can buy for the first year. I think it's like $750. It covers everything.
Yeah.
But remember, you're going to get an inspection. So if you get an inspection and something maybe a little bit older, add the home warranty to your deal.
Right.
And that way you're covered for the first 12 months. And then you could even extend that past that when you
Sure.
get to that point.
Yeah. If you decide this home warranty is great, like we have a home warranty.
Yeah.
And I mean, we haven't used it really, but hey.
Yeah. The other one is, what if I overpay?
Yeah.
So any agent that's worth their weight is going to run comps for you. Is though if you've had your buyer consultation and you're talking about houses that you like, you go look at them, you put or you want to put an offer in, stop right there, ask your agent to run comparables and tell you what they think the dollar amount of that house
Absolutely.
is.
Which an agent should be doing anyways because you want to make sure the house appraises.
Yes.
So that should be being done before you even submit an offer on a home. But like, here's the truth. No house is perfect.
Nope.
No such thing as a perfect house out there.
But what matters is making a smart decision, not a perfect one.
Right. And that's why inspections exist, like we said.
And that's why we exist.
Exactly. We are here to represent you and support you and protect you from all of these fears
Yes.
coming to fruition.
I'm going to stop right here and pause before we get into the hotline confession I have a week. But I want to tell you guys that when you're talking to a lender and they're saying you're pre-approved for $450,000, do not just rely on that number.
Right.
You need to find out what that monthly payment looks like.
Taxes need to be included.
Yes, your homeowner's insurance needs to be included.
Yep.
And if you love a home, you guys can call not that, the insurance adjuster and ask them for some sort of insurance quote. Yeah. And figure out what that looks like, because you definitely don't want to get into a house where you're at the very top of your monthly budget, not your actual pre-approval budget.
Right.
And then something terrible happen.
Right. Yeah. That's very good.
I've had I've had 2 listings this week where the buyers put an offer in and they backed out because they decided they couldn't afford it after they didn't know they had the payment at the beginning.
Yeah.
So
until the numbers started to be ran
through
the process. Yep. I mean, and also when looking at the taxes of the property, check, or your realtor can check for you. Is it currently homesteaded? Are you going to homestead the property? Because that makes a difference.
If it's your secondary residence, you cannot homestead it.
Right.
But if it's your primary, you can.
Yep. So, okay. Hotline confession. It's time.
All right. Here it is. I didn't even try to buy because I thought I needed 20% down. I waited 3 years.
Oof. That one hurts.
It does. That one. Because in those 3 years, prices went up, rent went up, and they could have already had
equity.
Yeah, they are building equity.
And that's why education matters, folks.
All right, here's your sassy truth. Google can inform you, but it cannot guide you.
Yeah, say that again.
Google can inform you, but it cannot guide you.
Right. Google doesn't know your goals, like we said. It doesn't know your finances. It doesn't know what you have planned for your future.
No, but we do, and that's the difference.
Exactly. Your agents are there to help you.
So if you're Googling, guys, instead of moving, this is your sign.
Yeah, stop spiraling and start strategizing.
Reach out, ask questions, and let's go to plan. I want to throw one more tip at you.
Yeah, go for it.
So if you guys are putting your information, everybody loves Zillow. That's where you start spiraling out at night. Everybody loves it. Realtor.com, homes.com. If you're putting your information in there, they're going to sell it to a real estate agent and they're going to call you. I'm just warning you now. It's not a terrible thing. You can get connected with a great agent. But I just want to give you the heads up before you guys start going down that rabbit hole.
Absolutely. Yeah. You'll be getting like 15 calls. Yes. So once you put your info out there, it's out there.
Yes.
But home ownership is not just a dream. It's a decision, and one that we understand shouldn't be taken lightly. And that's why we are here for you, to make sure that you are educated and aware of all the steps within the process. And we're here for you to hold your hand throughout the whole thing.
Yes, see, we are. Thank you for hanging out with us on the homeowner hotline.
Where we keep it real
We keep it smart.
and help you get a home. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, guys.